Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the topics. Welcome back to another video. Let's catch up with what's been happening in crypto since the weekend. Well, we have Bitcoin that has dropped all the way to $86,000, but somewhat has recovered, currently at $87,189. There's a lot going on with geopolitics. We have metals, we have our trading strategies. So we're going to talk about all of this in today's video. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk first about Bitcoin's movement. It dropped sharply on Sunday with a lot of risk-off sentiment, fears of government shutdown, and even broader uncertainty drove down this move during Sunday. You can see very big red candle, but now we have this green candle that at one point went all the way back up to the $88,000, but now we are back down towards the low 87,000. We're still in a range-bound and indecisive spot with a somehow downward pressure. You can clearly see right here that we're looking down on the daily, on the 4-hour charts. We're also not looking very bullish. You see, we went super extended on the bottom, then it looked like we flipped and we were gonna go up, but we got held by the moving averages, and now we look like it's gonna go downtrend once again on the 4-hour charts. And I do believe so. I believe that we're gonna be looking towards this bottom right here, which is around the 83,000, and see where we stay. If we break below that, then who knows where we're gonna go. But so far, this is the range that we have, this lateral movement between the 84.5 all the way to the 94.5. This is the range that we have been stuck since mid-November pretty much, and we have been stuck inside this range since. So hopefully we break this on the upwards and not on the downwards, because that would be really bad. We will be looking towards the 70s once again. Next, we have geopolitics. We're gonna come to crypto once again, but Trump has reached, or seems that he has reached, a framework deal on Greenland basis. This will ease immediately the tariff risks on allies. Ongoing tensions and conflicts, they're still going on, and they're still weighing this sentiment downwards. These factors, they're creating what we see right now, which is a short-term bad period for risky assets, just like crypto, for example. Then we have gold and silver. We talked about these before as well. Gold and silvers, they are surging to records. If you look at the charts, they are vertical. They're literally like a skyscraper. They're going up and up and up and up and up, and they're breaking our necks by looking up as much as we are right now. Gold went over $5,100, so $5,100, and silver went above $100, currently at around $115 per ounce. These are acting like safe havens amongst all these uncertainties that we're seeing right now. This is a classic response when geopolitical risk rises. We also need to talk about Monero. Let me go back to the screen, because Monero did something crazy. It went up all the way to $800, so all-time highs, and then it pulled back sharply from that price to all the way currently $460. This is a significant retrace after a very strong run that it had just in the beginning of the year. Now, this support around the 400, 500 has held so far, so maybe we're looking at a consolidation, but still positive year over year. I even made a tweet about it today showing the 1-year performance across all the various assets, and that was actually wild. If you invested $100,000 exactly 1 year ago, here's what it would have happened. $100,000 in silver would have become $357,000. That is a 257% gain. Monero is up 150%, bringing your total to $250,000. Gold is up 90% since January 2025. Other assets, they struggle a little bit, and Bitcoin is actually one of them. So Bitcoin is down 5% over the last year. Ethereum is down 12%. Solana is down 33% from last year, from January last year. This is highlighting the importance of you having your capital spread across everywhere. But guess what? The Bitopics vaults, they did good. They did very well. So if we look at Bitopics and our copy trading strategies, they navigated this past year well. The 0DTE vault would have made you above 50% returns since January 2025. You can come right here and you can click on explore more and add all of this by yourself, and you can see you would have over $50,000 in profits. The altcoin 0DTE, which started in October alone, so since October you would have made 17.5% return on your money. So again, in the $100,000 scenario that we saw, the 0DTE would have been $150,000, and the other one $117,000 that you would have at the end of it. These strategies, they held up very well and very smoothly through all this up and down that we had in crypto. So there's a lot of strategies that you could apply for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for Solana, which, by the way, Ethereum doesn't look too good as well. Ethereum looks like it recovered way more than Bitcoin did. We are currently having a green candle here, but on the daily, that green candle has a relatively long wick right here, which is not bullish, is actually bearish, because it means that it didn't have the strength to hold at these prices and now it's going down. And all the candles before it had huge wicks on the upside and also on the downside, meaning that they didn't know where the market was going to go either. So on Solana instead, we are having a correction on the daily and a green candle, but I don't know if the green candle is going to be strong enough to keep going up, because these yellow lines, these moving averages, they have crossed, so it is bearish right now. But that being said, as you can see, we have a line right here, and you know what that line means. It means that we have some trading going on. And I actually opened a Solana trade. If we scroll down, you can see my Solana trade right here. Let me pull the magnifier. I sold a January 30 132 call. So I sold that. I collected $347 and I locked in $9,000 in margin. So that is around a 3.3% ROI from now Monday all the way to Friday. So hopefully I'm able to be profitable and get this 3% in my pocket. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully it goes in my favor. We'll have to see. But what you can do right now, especially with all this going on, you can trade gold options. So if we see gold right here, gold has been performing so well. Let me actually show the monthly chart. Look at this. Gold has been going parabolic and it looks like it's going to keep going up until it doesn't. If you're bearish or if you're bullish, you can trade options right here. Maybe short if you believe this is a top, maybe short for the next month or so, these gold options, or maybe even long them if you believe that the market's going to go even higher, maybe towards the 5,600, maybe towards $6,000. Who knows? You have to wait and see. But if you want to trade, you can trade gold options here on Bitopics as well. I personally would like to avoid when the chart looks like this. I don't know where it's going to go. There's so much volume, so much momentum. I'm scared to open it long and then it's going to go short, or open it short and then the market's going to go to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per gold. So I'm going to leave this one out and I'm going to stick with the Solana trade right here that I have going on. We also have the FOMC meeting on the 27th and the 28th. The 28th is going to be the public announcement. I don't think it's going to have any rate cuts. The Fed watch tool is usually very, very accurate, and that one is above 95% sure that we're not going to have any cut rates. What matters is not what the rates look like, but what Powell says. For example, a dovish lean could help risk assets recover. Otherwise, caution will likely persist. So any signals on liquidity or policy could influence crypto's next leg. And this is critical given the current positions that we are right now. So here's my take. I believe Bitcoin eventually will bounce back above the $100,000, and this is in this quarter. We have catalysts like clearer policy or reduced uncertainty. They could drive that price going above the 100,000 for easily. However, I still think the second half of 2026 could mark the start of a more bearish period overall. Usually after strong runs, we often see corrections or longer downturns. It's worth staying aware on both sides. So I'm not telling you to be bearish or to be bullish right now and bearish later. What I'm telling you is to be careful when you're trading, especially when you're opening long dated positions. If you're trading on the short term, then it doesn't really matter. If you just look at direction on the time frames, you can pretty much make money out of it. But what are your thoughts? Where do you believe things are headed from here? An upward movement, downward movement? Let me know down in the comments. Usually we have a couple of people there chatting, so if you want to join us, the comments are always open and they welcome you as always. So this most likely is the last video that you're going to see right here. Then new scenario. It's not going to be too pretty for the next 2 or 3 videos, but then we should have something more eye-pleasing as I move to a different office, because I'm gonna eventually move to a different city in the end of February. So thank you for understanding and thank you for watching. Hopefully our bags and our trades will be green by Friday when we get back for another video. But until then, have a good week. I'll see you there. Peace.